kid who wanted to start his own YouTube channel and did. Today I'm discussing book reviews. This is a guide for kids and adults who want to know what books they should read or their skill level. I will advise books depending on age categories, but there are a few exceptions. You don't have to follow it, but if you're smart, you can read whatever you want. Now, the first category, young kids from 6 to 1-year-olds. I advise using books which are good for them, like for example, Dog Man, the best books in history, people. These books are amazing. The reason why I think you should introduce them to Dog Man early is because, well, they teach morals of justice and stuff like that. They're also really funny. This series was written by Pike Lee, the same dude who wrote Captain Underpants, but it's more appropriate. There are so many books that I can't count. They're also one of my favorites. P.S. I do have one extra. I don't know where this one's going to go. I'm going to give it to my mom. You're welcome. Now, I also advise introducing them to the Treehouse series. Starting. Okay, sorry about having to look at my buttocks for a little bit. I have to move these books out of the way. I advise also introducing them to the Treehouse books. These books are known and loved by thousands of kids. If you don't know what that is, these are it. The 13 story Treehouse, the first book. It is flipped here for no good reason, I don't know. But it's a book about two kids, Andy and Terry. They write books, and they live in a 13-story treehouse. As the story goes, as the books come on, they get more stories. The current book, they have 104 stories. It's complicated how they get that many. And they also add many things in them. The books have evolved over time. Okay, moving on. There are so many good books in my library of things that I can't count. But we have to keep the show moving. I also advise, and also this is one of my last book suggestions for youngsters. My Weird School Days. These things are epic. They're pure comedy. Okay, so the next category is 7 to 8-year-olds. Those guys still have a bit of adventure in them, but they still believe in fantasy. I advise introducing them to the Geronimo Stilton books. These books are about a mouse who solves mysteries and writes news reports and has epic adventures. It's fun. And if you're a girl in this age group, and I advise reading Ivy and Bean, and Judy Moody. These books are great. They teach girls They teach young girls great morals. Moreover, I also advise you let's move on now. The next age group is old kids like me, from 9 up to 11, up to 12. They're tweens. I advise introducing them to books like, the classic, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Mortal Engine series of books, the classics of Roald Dahl, and also the most known of these kids, Rick Riordan. I advise you introduce them to the book series of the Kane Chronicles and Percy Jackson. Those books are great. Plus, one last book for those youngsters out there, those who love adventure and still have an inner kid, The Cardboard Kingdom. It's a great book. I really advise you read it. Really do. Okay, so moving on. The final section. Teens. Now, I don't have many books in my library in this category, except for one. These books are really rare, and you can find them most commonly in Canada and other weird places. The Tintin books! Tintin is epic! These books are amazing. They tell the story of a young reporter named Tintin and his dog, Snowy, on adventures in Tibet, in Europe, on the moon. And remember, this all takes place in the early 21st century. All sorts of things happen. And these books shaped my life. They gave me a sense of adventure. They also kept me company during my long journeys in Canada. We went there once. Now, that's all. If you think I should include any more books, then please comment in the descriptions. Signing off now.